We're live.
We are live. All right, let's just do a few little... Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I haven't done a live stream on YouTube for a while. Let's just wait for some people to jump in. Let's have a look here. We'll just wait for my link. I'm not an experienced live streamer, but I'm going. Oh, here we go. My mate Isaac has sent me the link to my own live stream, so I can see what you guys are commenting. Let's have a look here. Oh, here we. Wow. Whoa! I did not expect so many comments already. Wait a second. Wow. Wow, you guys are really commenting, aren't you? Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to try to make this so that we can get this happening. Is it going to be annoying if I'm looking down at these comments? All right. So I'll try to look at the camera and answer your comments. There's some of you guys' YouTube names are quite intense. Okay. So basically, anyway, so now I'll start talking. Well, we got 330 watching already. So the reason I'm doing this little live stream is because I've just ticked over to 50,000 subs. Let's just make that camera 50,000 subs. And I'm really grateful for that. I just a few months ago, I only had about 12,000, 11,000 subs about 6 months ago or so. And now it's jumped up exponentially. And I think it's a lot to do with the fact that my content has improved a lot, and I've been able to focus 100% of my time speaking for animals, and I'm reaching a lot more people, and it's a lot to do with the fact that I've been getting amazing support from everyone, and I've just been intensely focused on helping animals. Remaining focused is a very big part of this. So I just thought I'd do a little bit of a gratitude stream and show everyone what I've been up to. And, you know, maybe it's a bit of an interactive thing. If you have any questions about what's been going on lately, because a lot has been going on. First of all, can everyone hear me? Wait a second. Can everyone hear me? Let's just, yeah. Yep, I reckon everyone can hear me. Let's have a look. Everyone hear me? Okay, sweet. Sorry, it's just live. This is how it's going to be. 404 people watching. Okay, so wow, what people are giving me? What's this? Top chat. Oh, people can donate through the chat. I didn't know that you could do that. Hey. Okay, so we've got a lot of comments coming through. Hey, Joey. I love you, Joey. You made me vegan. Thank you, Lawn1312. I mean, you basically made you vegan. I just put the information out there and you made the choice. You chose with your heart. You didn't think... didn't use your programming or your conditioning. You chose with your heart, which is amazing. The vegan goat. Hello, vegan goat. All right. Well, we got a lot of people watching. This is epic. The chat is going off. What do I do when people put the donations up there? Do you ask a question? Do you have questions to ask? Joey Carlstrom, do you have a website? No, it's in the making. A website is in the making. I've got an amazing legend who's helping me out with that. Shout out. Hey, Becky, how you going? All right. Joey, come to Canada. Well, that could be definitely something that's going to happen. So stay tuned for that. Not 100% yet, but it's definitely something could happen. I don't understand what these little chat icon things are where people are putting donations through. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure we'll work that out. Hello from Spain. Hello, Spain. Anyone got any questions for me? Maybe I'll just talk a little bit about what's been happening. Obviously, everything that's been happening is online for everyone to see. If people aren't following me on Facebook and Instagram, that would be a good idea, because a lot of stuff that happens I post on there. A lot of my thoughts and how I've been dealing with stuff is on my Facebook and Instagram for everyone to see. So not everything comes up on YouTube, but a pretty good indicator of what's going on is the new series, the Vegan Prophecy series. Who likes the Vegan Prophecy series? That's basically, those videos take me days. Well, it basically takes weeks, because all the filming that me and Laura do together, and then editing 5 hours of footage at a time into like a 20-30 minute video can take a lot of effort, but it's been worth it, 100% worth it. Congrats on 50K. Yeah, and this is a 50,000 subscriber live stream. It's amazing that the channel has grown so fast in the last 6 months, but it's all put down to my dedication and focusing on the animals. So what are these little, can anyone tell me what these little $10 donation things are? It's fine. Okay. Hey, Joe, we've been watching your videos recently, and I really start digging your activism style. You're doing great work. Keep it up. Thanks, Leon. I appreciate that. I love what you're doing, watching my vids. Bless you. Bless everyone. Hi from Chile. Wow, Chile. That's a long way away. You got 500 people watching. Wow, that's a lot of people watching. Okay, you've changed my life. 57 and vegan. Wow, that's epic. That is epic, Lowry. I hope I pronounced your name right, Lowry. That's so good. 57. Anyone can go vegan at any age. People ask me often, what do you think, what's the hardest demographic to hit? The point is, anyone can go vegan. Slaughterhouse workers can go vegan. Hunters can go vegan. 70-year-old men who are in the army can go vegan. But generally, there's a general trend I see that young people are more often more likely to take the message on. But anyone can. Anyone that uses this and this, their heart, can go vegan and be consistent. All right. Love what you've been doing lately. Keep spreading that vegan message. So if anyone's been following me for my journey online, obviously I've evolved a lot and I've improved my approach a lot, and I've definitely found my feet as an advocate for animals. When I first started, my heart was completely in the right place. Always, it's always been for the right reasons. But the way it came out, sometimes probably not the best delivery. But the thing is, like, very passionate. Like, no one can deny my passion, and the passion is still there. It's just now I deliver it in a certain way, and I believe the way I deliver it now is more effective. But in saying that, you're never going to please everyone. You're never going to please everyone. So just follow your heart and do what you think is right in your heart, because if you start pandering to everyone, then you're going to completely lose the message. Now, I speak with passion and conviction from my heart for the animals, and that's what they need. They don't need people pussyfooting around the issue, for lack of a better descriptive word. But we need people to be direct. Like, I'm direct, respectful, and I do the animals the justice they need right now. I mean, we don't have time to pander to everyone. I don't believe. I mean, obviously, delivering the message in a respectful way, but always explain what happens to animals. Never betray the animals by downplaying their plight. That would be something that I would steer away from completely. I mean, that is betraying the animals in my eyes. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with my approach. And obviously we've made it into the mainstream media in the UK here, and that's been amazing for animals. And I don't think this is the end of it. I think that this is going to be a conversation in the mainstream for the rest of the year and beyond. I mean, it's now reached the mainstream. The discussions have been had. It's been quite controversial at times. The media like to make it more controversial, and the media like to sort of perpetuate the hate side of it and the fear side of it, and demonize vegans, and they want a villain, which they've been very excellent at, portraying. But that's what the media always have done. They've always done that. 6 months vegan this week. Wow, amazing, Campsy. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for all you do for the animals. Hey, it's Kez from Birmingham. Hey, Kez, how you going? Thanks so much for my talk. Anytime, I'd do that out of the goodness of my heart to help animals. You're an inspiration. Thanks, Kay. You're doing a great job here in the UK. Thank you. Is this gonna? Let's just see if we can. What are those little love your work, keep staying sober? Also, Norm. Thanks, Norm. Appreciate that, my friend. Congrats, mate. Keep it up. Help me. I'm back on the meat, Mr. Rat. Why is that, my friend? And it's not meat. They're dead animal bodies. The animals didn't want to die, so don't call it meat because it's not meat. It's flesh from an animal. So I think you need to be careful with your language there and calling it meat and things like that. Call it what it actually is. It's the flesh of an innocent animal. But if you're back on it, then remind yourself of why you stopped in the first place. I mean, bear witness for a day out the front of a slaughterhouse, and you know, if you crave meat, we've got plenty of vegan meats that are delicious and taste exactly the same. So, I mean, yeah, get back on it. Get back on the vegan, the justice lifestyle. Joey, thank you so much for all you're doing. Thank you too. Let me borrow the 50K subs. Are you familiar with the Baxter effect? What is the Baxter effect? I'm not familiar with that. James, I went vegan because of your videos. Epic, James. I'm really happy to present this information to you, and you made the right choice. A bit of an animal. Don't eat me. No, we care for animals. Hey, what do you think about horses that are used to pull a carriage? I just think it's pure slavery. There's nothing more. I mean, glorified slavery. Horses should not be domesticated and trained to do anything for us. This is just complete and utter exploitation. Those horses should be out in the wild with their friends and family, experiencing their own life and not being used by human beings. Happiness gains. Haven't said that for a while. How you going, abracadabra? All right, Mr. Rat. Oh no, here we go. What did you do before this for work? I was a traffic controller working 3 days a week, and now I can spend every single day doing what I do for animals. So it's amazing. Where has Joanne been? Will you be coming to Wales while you're in the UK? Lauren, possibly. It is on the cards. The UK tour might be extended. We're just pretty unsure of what's happening completely right now. We're looking forward to a vegan future. The vegan future is now. This is when it's happening. And people often ask me, Joey, how long to a vegan world? Well, it will happen a lot faster if we all get together and do this. And we need to stop relying on others to speak up for animals on our behalf. We all need to sing with the same voice and with the same message, which is animal liberation. And if we all do that, then this is going to happen a lot faster. And you should never, ever think that it's not possible, because it's 100% possible, and it is happening with or without everyone involved. But we need, what I try to do and encourage is for all vegans to get involved in their own way. And people get a bit worried and they think they have to go out and do what I do, or go out and do what James does, or go out and do what the DXC does with their, forms of activism. But no, everyone needs to bring what they can bring to the table. And that's what's important about diversity in the movement. So don't be scared off by the word activism. Everyone can do something, and do it in the way that, you feel you are best at. Use your talents, utilize the talents that you possess within the movement. And this year is our year, and it's already happening. It's not even in month 2, or they're coming to the end of month 2, and we've already smashed it into the mainstream. And it's a very heated topic for debate. It's very in the mainstream media, so it's amazing. Simon, love your work. Been vegan since January 1st, partly because of your influence. That's epic. So what's going on? Someone just. Wow. Is that a donation? Are people donating through this? CDNT. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you. What do I do with these? Sorry, I'm the world's sexiest vegan. Thank you very much. Thanks for that, Jason. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm trying to get through as many of your questions as possible. There are non-anthropocentric definitions of the word murder. There are, and I will continue to use the word because it describes what we do to animals when we take their life against their will. We're animals. To say that murder doesn't apply to animals is just supremacy, human supremacy. We only think these words apply to a human plight, which I just think is an injustice in itself. We can't use murder and rape to describe what we do to animals. It's just so human beings can hide from what we're doing to animals and say, no, it's technically this is artificial insemination and technically this is humane slaughter, and no. It's murder and it's rape and it's slavery. Those words define it perfectly. I'm sure, like, the thing is, we should never listen to the oppressor on how we should describe what they're doing to animals. Like, of course they want us to use these fairy tale words. Of course they want us to. They don't want us to describe exactly what it is. You know, they don't want to be called rapists and murderers for killing and forcibly impregnating animals. Of course they don't. Hey, mate, what are your thoughts on honey? I don't understand yet why honey is bad. Honey is just, you know, it's basically, it's the same, for the same reasons. It's slavery, it's exploitation. We're stealing off of bees. We're taking their one source of food that they make. It takes them a long time to make. And we're stealing that off of them and we're replacing it with some sugar, and we don't need honey. We do not need to eat honey. It's a luxury item. There's nothing good about honey there's no necessity for honey. We've got 50 different alternatives. Bees have their honey and that's it. So we still want, I don't know what it is with human beings, but we want to take everything off of animals, even their one source of food, even if we've got like 30 different alternatives or whatever there is. It's very unethical. They cut they clip the wings off the queen bee so she can't leave the hive. I want to be a vegan activist, but I'm only 15. What do you think I could do to help the animals in the best way I can? I would recommend you watch my video, Fearless Activism online. Let's have a look here. How are we going? Okay. Is this your first live stream? Now, I've done live streams before, but this is probably, I might do them more often. I've got a very big audience here, very big audience. The funny thing is, if you talk to 600 people in the room, it's just like, wow, look at all these people. Wow, this is pretty amazing. But because I'm talking into a screen, I don't realize there's actually 600 of you watching right now from your home. People always mention pets. That's our moral obligation to care for them. We have domesticated them. And so it's our responsibility, I think you mean. Chelsea, is eating too many beans and lentils bad? I'm not sure about that. I mean, why would you want to eat too many beans and lentils? I don't think so. I think beans and lentils are healthy, full of fiber. And Joey, what's your opinion on negative vegans who, instead of encouraging people to become vegan with options and examples, they are offensive in outreaches? Should they be banned from outreaching? Now, you would have to give me a very specific example of how someone conducted themselves on outreach for me to comment on that. For some, like, the thing is, like, I could be offensive to someone when I'm being respectful and just explaining procedure in the dairy industry. I mean, you know, so that we can come off as offensive to someone by just explaining what they are contributing to. So to be offended is very subjective. Some people can be offended by facts. So if you're just stating objective reality to this person and they become offended by that, that is on them. You're just being a beacon of light. So I don't know how this person is conducting themselves. If someone is swearing at someone, name calling, you know, using all these logical fallacies in a debate, then I would say that that is bad advocacy. But I don't know the context of this, so I can't comment. Yeah. So that's my answer to that. Parents won't let me go what are all these? What are all these? I don't understand what these donations are. Can someone explain it to me in the chat, please? Maybe I could ask Isaac, but I'm not certain of what they are. Oh, Isaac's already. He just messaged me. He literally just messaged me. Okay, they're donations. Wow, amazing donations. Eric Smith, dude, $500. Dude, that is so generous of you, Matt. Look at all these. Georgina, have you experienced much compassion fatigue as a full-time victim activist? Compassion fatigue. Compassion fatigue? I don't understand your question. Have I experienced much fatigue as a full-time animal rights activist? Maybe. Yeah, I get fatigued. I get tired. I get, upset. I get burnt out. I get angry. I get frustrated. I will always keep going, though. I will always keep going. I mean, if you're not experiencing any of those types of emotions, and also I just want to say thank you for all you do. CDN the Third, thank you so much for your very kind, generous donation. I mean, that is amazing. I just want to say that if you're not experiencing this range of emotions, then you're obviously not looking hard enough at what's happening. What's happening is very horrific, and you're going to experience emotions as an advocate because you're going to be facing what the animals are going through a lot. And the reality is quite daunting, but this should be used as fuel to fuel your. It's fire to fuel your activism, okay? And I can feel it here all the time, and this is what helps me keep going. Because when you focus on the victims, I see this a lot. We focus on the victims to go vegan, and then once we're vegan, we're like, okay, I've made my change. I'm vegan now. I focused on the victims now. I'm not harming them. Okay, going vegan, you've realized you've been causing harm, immense harm, and then you stop. A non-action, you've stopped causing harm. Neutral position. Okay, but what happens is somewhere down the line, not all vegans, but some people, they forget about the victim. Well, not that they've forgotten about the victims. They've ceased to remind themselves of the victims, so they might not speak for animals anymore. They might not try to advocate for veganism. They might get complacent and comfortable. But because I'm constantly reminding myself what the animals are going through, it really gives me that motivation to help them. They're screaming out for help. And I think that's what we all need to do. We need to, even as vegans, don't become complacent. Don't think that being vegan is enough. It's amazing. It's an amazing step that you took that step. That's the first step. You know, if you're not vegan, that is the first step. But we need to also remember that it's very urgent, and animals are screaming, begging out for our help. They're begging out for our help, and we need to answer their calls. And it's basically no one else is going to do this but us. Yeah, so it's vegans that are going to do this because we know. And when you know you have an obligation, then if someone was seeing some type of injustice happening, a child being abused, someone beating up their wife, they have the obligation to help because they see it, they've witnessed it, okay? If you witnessed an injustice like that and you didn't step in and do nothing, what would society say to you? Exactly, they would hold you accountable in some way. They would say you should have done something. It should be no different for farmed animals. So we know if you didn't witness that abuse, that you have no obligation because you don't know about it. If you didn't know a child was being abused, where's your obligation to speak up about it? You don't know. So vegans know that's our obligation. There's a great quote. James Aspey says it a lot, but it's a great quote. It's when you have the privilege to know, you have the duty to act. That is our duty. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a little bit lost here on a tangent. Thank you for your donations. How am I today, Jennifer? I'm going well. We're doing a lot of work lately. We've got a couple of weeks just to get all our footage up, and then we're off for another journey. Maybe I'll keep it a little bit quiet for now. Great man you are. Thanks, Raul. I appreciate the donation. Not sure where these donations go, but they might go into some type of maybe my YouTube account. But I really appreciate it. All the money that I use helps facilitate my advocacy. Basically, this is my life now. Helping animals is my life, and all the money we get helps facilitate that. It keeps us afloat, keeps us, living, and contributing. People always mention pets. That's our moral. Sorry. I've got to get back down to. Okay, here we go. How do I? Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to work out this live streaming stuff. I've got 600 people watching me. I've got to. Okay. I'm just trying to work out the. Joey has a ham sandwich hidden under the webcam. I have proof. Don't be silly, Ben. It's not ham. That's a dead pig. Okay. I'm a vegan dairy farmer, but leading it to siblings soon. A vegan dairy farmer. I'm not sure what that means, Will. I'm not sure, so I don't think I'll answer that because I'm not sure what you mean by a vegan dairy farmer. A soybean? Do you make soy milk? That's the only vegan dairy farmer I know of. We need to save all animals farmed and wild. How do we do this? By going vegan's the best thing you can do to help animals is stop harming them as far as practically possible, which is by going vegan. Actually, going vegan just doesn't hurt animals. The best way you can help animals is by advocating for them. Waking others up so they stop hurting animals and then turning them into advocates. So then we've got a big group of, which is what's happening now. We have a big group of vegan advocates who are speaking up for animals, which is amazing. Sarah Lush, wow, thank you for your donation. Really appreciate that. I didn't realize that you could donate through this. This is really amazing. Do the donations expire? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's just have a little walk. If anyone's got any questions, I'll try my best to get through them. I'm only 14. You've helped me early enough. Thanks, Joey. Wow. 14, Jeremy. Great work, Jeremy. I'm really proud of you, mate. So anyway, I've got 644 viewers. So basically, 50,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm just going to repeat this again. 50,000 subscribers. Only about 6 or 7 months ago, I had about 12,000 subscribers. So my channel has grown exponentially. My content has improved dramatically. I feel that I've always striving to improve it. And if anyone's following the vegan prophecy videos, these are the types of videos that I'm going to try to put out. They take me literally a week to do these videos. They are very labor intensive. It's a lot of footage that we are just recording constantly, hours and hours and hours of footage, and I'm chopping it down and piecing it together like a puzzle, and it takes me a lot of time and mental energy to make these videos. So I hope you appreciate, everyone appreciates that, and I hope they're inspiring people to be advocates for animals, passionate advocates for animals, reminding you why you're vegan, reminding you why we all need to speak up. This is my goal. My goal is to not only create vegans, but to create a bunch of passionate vegans who are willing to contribute and to stand up for what's right and not be afraid to speak out against this injustice. You should never be afraid to speak the truth. No matter how much of a minority we are, the truth is still the truth. And we should speak it with passion and conviction and never let anyone try to silence you. Never let anyone try to silence you. This is so important. No matter what anyone says, ridicule, they could paint me up into the media to be the devil if they want. People come to me and they to my channel and they see what I'm speaking, and anyone with logic and compassion, a heart, can see the truth through the lies. Those with eyes can see. Crouching Murloc, thank you for the donation. I've helped 3 members of my family become vegan so far. I'm working slowly on the 4th using your techniques. Thank you for showing us how to convert people with compassion. Compassion, Socratic method, logic, evidence, these things wake people up. Be tactful when you speak to people too. I mean, everyone's slightly different. Just be socially intelligent, tactful, strategic, and ask a lot of questions. Socratic method is king in these debates, always asking questions, leading them through their contradictions respectfully, but passionately as well. Let's have a look. Sorry, I can't moderate these comments here. I can't. There's so many. Okay, your example. Okay, so this is following on from the last question from 92 Rudy, which I think was a good one. He said, what should we ban outreaches who are being, I think it was something like, who are offending those who they're doing outreach with. And I said being offended is very subjective, because you could just say the truth to someone and they can get offended by that. But he said his example of an outreach offending someone would be someone being plain rude at an ignorant meat and dairy eater, I suppose, out of frustration instead of teaching them. Now, plain rude, again, always remain respectful. I wouldn't ban them. I would just maybe direct them to my outreach workshop called Fearless Activism, where I do a lot of, I sort of remain respectful. Sometimes this is what I can see happening with people that are doing outreach and get frustrated and angry. You're either frustrated and angry because they've said something to emotionally trigger you about animals, or they brought an argument to you that you don't know how to respond to. Okay, and this is what I can see happening. If you don't know how to respond to an argument, you can get frustrated because I don't really know how to answer that. Well, this person is really sort of pissing me off in a way. So two things: make sure that you've got a base level understanding of most of these excuses. And the good thing is, people repeat the same excuses over and over again. You hear a lot of the same stuff. So make sure that you're pretty good at answering all of these. Earthling Ed has got 30 excuses in 30 days videos up. They're pretty helpful. Watching through a lot of different vegan debaters on YouTube's content's really helpful. Also, when you feel an emotion, now the thing is, 92 Ruti, I'm not always perfect either. Like, I get emotional when I sometimes let my emotion run the conversation, and that's what happens. Your passion can overflow into anger, and then it can run the conversation. And what I invite people to do is to let that be hyper aware of those emotions and let them pass. Like, if someone says something to trigger you, they don't know. That person doesn't know that you've just spent 5 hours out the front of a gas chamber listening to pigs scream in their very last moments. They don't know that. So you have to have that sort of understanding. Okay, this person has a bit, like, I call it innocent ignorance. They just don't know. So they might say something, a little bit hurtful to you because they haven't seen what you've seen. So you have that understanding. But if it does trigger you, you get a bit angry. Let the emotion pass and then respond. And when you respond with a question, a clever question, related to what they've said. Just chill. Remember, you have the truth on your side. You have the truth. They have their programming, which is so easy to navigate them through their contradictions. You should be confident. You should be very confident. You're basically explaining truth to that person. But responding is different to reacting. Okay, reacting is just a knee-jerk. It's an unconscious action. You just react to the emotion that you have. Responding takes a very conscious, aware effort. Okay, so you let the emotion come, pass, and then you respond with a question. Now, I don't tell people always to remain calm, because sometimes situations don't call for you to remain calm. Sometimes to build rapport with that person, they bring it up a notch, you match them. But if they're getting aggressive, don't match that. Aggression's not good. Aggression isn't good. Passion is fine. Passion is fine. So you don't always have to remain completely like chilled and calm and stoned and stuff but yeah, passion is good. Let them feel it, give them the energy, but don't let that passion override into aggression, because aggression doesn't help. Aggression is anger in action. Okay. Also about anger can be a useful emotion. Anger can get you off your butt to do something. If you're not angry, you're not looking hard enough at what's going on. So yeah, you should be angry, but we should be very careful not to act on that anger. We need to, feel angry about what's happening. Yeah, this is an injustice. Of course, be angry. But it's not best to advocate in an angry way or act out your anger. Okay, let's keep going through. I hope that was a good answer. I might have gone off on a bit of a tangent there, but I just thought I'd explain about emotions and how to handle them. And I'm not perfect either, because, you know, sometimes I do get, you know, a little bit angry, and sometimes I do let anger run the conversation, but we're human. And would I yell at someone or would I disown them as a friend if they got, you know, aggressive in a situation like this? No, because it's a very heavy situation. What's happening to animals is heavy. And, you know, I'm not going to blame someone for letting their emotions get in the way. I mean, like, of course not. Of course not. Like, but, you know, I just think we, as advocates, we need to be very aware of how we conduct ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are not speaking for ourselves. We are speaking for animals, okay? We are ambassadors for them. We're speaking on their behalf. So sometimes you need to take your own emotions out of, I know it's hard, but try your best to take your emotions out of the picture and go, okay, how am I going to convey this message that is best for animals? And, you know, I don't have all the answers, but I know that this helps for me, and I hope it helps you too. Love your work, Joey. I'm sure Gary Ofsky is smiling somewhere and thankful for you guys like you, Aspie and Earthling. Love Gary Ofsky. Yeah, I'm sure he is, and we put in a lot of hard work, and he fought for many years, and, you know, he inspired a lot of people. Okay. Let's have a look through. I think you need to collect those donations before they expire. How? Google will hold the money until you set up a debit for it. Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few, I'll go down to the bottom so I can get some of the new ones. Okay. All good. Joey, are you excited for the London March? Now I've got 640 people watching. The London March, it'll be on August the 25th, I think. August the 25th? I think it's August 25th. But what you need to do is go to the Surge Activism page, Facebook page. There's an event there. Anyone that's in the UK, around Europe, come to the march. Everyone needs to come and march with us this year. It's going to be big, okay? And we need everyone to stand in solidarity and to show that we're not playing around anymore. This is a serious movement. It's about justice, and we need to be taken seriously for the animals now, and that's what's going to happen. I guarantee you, there's going to be so many people there. And the thing is, like in the UK, there's about 500,000 vegans, and we had 1% of those vegans marching last year. 1%, so 5,000. Imagine if we got 10% out, 50,000. Imagine if we got the whole 100% out, 500,000 people standing up. All it takes is to get out and go for a walk down through the London streets. It was amazing. We had, like, if anyone's seen the video, thousands of us screaming for animal liberation. I mean, just, it wasn't a march for against Yulin. It wasn't a march for the dolphins. It was a march for all animals. It was a vegan march. You know, amazing. Hey, Joey, I just want to thank you for all the things you do. I'm a senior in high school, and I'm doing my senior project on veganism. Great work, Arlo. Thank you for the kind donation. I appreciate that a lot. Okay. Why do farmers keep debating you, even though you always win the debate by a landslide? Because they want to justify their position. That's why they want to try to publicly justify their position. Now, I want to make this clear. Like, I don't hate farmers, and I truly mean that. Like, if I did, I'd be a hypocrite, because I was consuming and paying for farmers to be in business for years. I was consuming animal products for years. So for me to go, oh, I hate you because you're a product of a society that conditioned you to enslave animals and kill them when I was a product of that same society contributing to exactly the same thing that they were before I woke up. You know, it would make me a hypocrite to hate on the individual. Now, I hate the practice of exploiting and killing and enslaving animals. I don't like that. Like, I can genuinely say I hate that. I hate the conditioning, the society that conditions farmers to get into this work. Okay, but the individual, no. Personally, they're probably a family man. They probably go home with their family and they don't think what they're doing is wrong. Okay, society hasn't told them that it's wrong. I come along, or a bunch of us come along and go, hey, you know what you're doing to that cow is sexual abuse. They cannot give consent to that, and they're like, what? It's procedure. What is he talking about? Sexual abuse? They haven't even thought about the victim. They haven't even looked at animals as victims, and this is something that they haven't learned. They haven't learned. They've been taught some animals are food. This is something they've been taught. So they are a victim on some level, but don't ever think that they are the real victims. They are a victim of a society that, you know, is messed up. But the animals are truly the victims here. The animals are truly the victims. So, and the reason they're debating it is because they want to justify their position, which they can't. They cannot justify their position without creating a massive double standard. Any chance I could get in contact with you to talk about hosting an outreach workshop? If you want me to do some type of speech or to come to do some activism with you guys, my email address is at the bottom of all of my videos, and that's how you contact us, via email. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm going to say goodbye to you all, but I just want to say before I go that I'm so grateful for all of your support. I'll read through all the comments. I do. Don't answer them all, but I read through them all. We try our best to get back to our emails, but we do get inundated sometimes. But I know that I've got a mountain of support, and it really does help. Even though I would be doing this, you know, without support, I'd still be doing this because it's what is right and what is just. But we are so grateful for your support and standing by me, especially when it got a little bit tough there with the media and, you know, trying to make it a little bit hard for me. But still, with having your support really did help a lot. And get constant support, like the channel, you know, under the videos, my Patreons, constantly. We all know why we're doing this, and, you know, we're all trying our best, and we all want to see a vegan world. And we already live in a vegan world. In my mind, it's here. It's here. That's why the series is called The Vegan Prophecy, because it's a prophecy. It's going to happen. Time-wise, it happens faster if we all get together and do this. But I know it's going to happen. I do not have a doubt. It's not there. The doubt doesn't exist in me. The empire will fall, and a peaceful world is coming. Okay, and this is why I fight so hard. Even if I didn't think it was possible, I'd still be fighting, because if that was me in the animals' positions, I'd want someone fighting for me. And that's what we all got to remind ourselves. But basically, this video, this live stream is basically to have a chat with you all, to, you know, say how much I appreciate all of your support here on YouTube, you know. And if you're not following me on Facebook and Instagram, come over there and, you know, follow me there, because there's a lot of stuff I put up there that you won't see on YouTube. It's a lot of things I post and my feelings and videos that you won't see on YouTube. So head on over to my main Facebook page and my Instagram. Thanks, Sergio. I've got you. Oh, wow. Thanks for caring. Let's just read out Sergio's little statement here. Thank you, Jerushin. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing names correctly. Let's have a look here. Thanks for peacefully promoting the prophecy for living beings, showing human responsibility to care for animals. It is a responsibility, and, you know, as vegans, the responsibility is on us to, you know, speak for these animals, and I'm very grateful to be a part of such an amazing movement. Thank you, everyone, and I appreciate all the support. 50,000 subscribers. Let's get to 100,000, and let's get this message out as far and wide as possible. All of us collectively together in solidarity. Thank you very much. Peace.